Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hobby Dude 007 channel. Home from the Mid-Carolina Salisbury swap meet, and wow, Alan did a great job as usual. As you saw in the last video, there was a big crowd there, lots of vendors. It was just a great time. I got to see a lot of guys I hadn't seen in a while, and meet up with some folks I hadn't met before. So it was just a great time. Amanda got a little bit of a push about getting back on her truck, and she said she'd been thinking about it anyway, so we'll be doing a video on that. She's actually done a little bit, but we'll get back on that too. But today I want to share with you some of the stash that I got. I say some of it because there's a couple of things that I ordered that are going to be here soon, and I'll do those in a separate video, but they are, wait till you see those. But I want to share with you what we picked up Saturday, so let's get to it.
Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.com.
As you enter the swap meet area, there's always a table that has flyers and brochures for upcoming contests and swap meets, so I had to scoop up a handful of those. I'm going to go ahead and share those with you real quick so you can get those marked on your calendar now. But I also want to share with you something I got in the mail just today. This little postcard here came from the Tri-State Scale Model Car Club, and they are the hosts of NNL East, and this is the 38th annual NNL East. And let me tell you, last year was the first time I'd been to NNL East, and I had a blast. Look forward to hitting it again this year. Great vendors, 2 gigantic rooms of vendors, some fantastic models from all over the country. Just absolutely great stuff. The themes this year are the 63rd anniversary of 1963. So if you've got any 63 builds, bring them on. The sub-theme is 250th anniversary of the USA, so red, white, and blue. And this is Saturday, April the 25th, 2026. And it's at the Wayne Powell building, which is the Police Athletic League building. And there's your address. And there's your contact information for, or just head over to www.nnleast.com and print you off the full flyer, all of that information. Next up, now this one's a stretch out, 2027, but this is what we just covered a few days ago in the Salisbury swap meet. This is for next year, the Mid-Carolina Model Car swap meet. There in Salisbury, again, same location, all the information. There's your contact information for Alan. Great job again, Alan. You guys just killed it as always. Great vendors, lots of them, and as you saw in the video, big crowd there too. So go ahead and get that on your calendar. February the 20th of next year. Next up is another swap meet, and this one is hosted by Wall to Wall Hobbies. And this one will be in Shelby, North Carolina. There's your information and times. And if you want to be a vendor, and I think he's filling up, but go ahead and get a hold of him if you plan on vending. There's your information. And he did such a great job with this. April the 18th, 2026 last year. Jeff, appreciate you and all you do for the hobby too. Next up is the... let me get my hand on it here. SCMA Upstate Show, which is their largest show of statewide, as I recall. I know the other ones are getting bigger and bigger as well, but this is a big show. This is May the 16th, 2026, and this you got the 7th annual box stock shootout. So if you are a box stock builder, you've got a category all for that. The 2026 Stock Car Challenge, and the 2026 Big Drag Classic. And you can go to the Facebook page here and print you off one that's got your categories, all that information as well. And there is your vendor contact information. So if you want to be a vendor there, and this facility is really big, and it's usually pretty full of vendors. Good show. And then we have a show. This is a new one to me anyway, and this is in Greensboro, North Carolina. But it's on a date, June the 6th, 2026, that I will be in Missouri at a reunion. So I am not going to make that one, but it's the 2026 Model Show and Swap Meet hosted by the East Carolina Model Club there in Greensboro, North Carolina. For vendor information, registration stuff, just hit that QR code right there. And this one is sponsored by Trident Graphics. And, well, there's your email address, too, for more information. And, again, I hate I'm going to miss that one this time. And this is another new show this will be their first show. And this is by the PD Regional or Region South Carolina IPMS group of the Carolinas. And this is June the 27th. In Florence, South Carolina, and I like this, on-site food, burgers, wings, steaks, and seafood. Oh, yeah. And the other thing is, this is really close to a Buc-ee's, and I love Buc-ee's. So, anyway, that'll be cool. But the Flowtown Model Show, and there's your categories, and if you want to be a vendor there or more information, there's your contact info. And you can pause and get that too. Then we have another one that was a great show last year, and this is hosted by Fast Tracks Hobbies and IPMS Race City in Mooresville, North Carolina. This is FallCon 26. The theme is 100 Years of Pontiac. They've got down here new categories, new and expanding categories, including a special Tom Daniels category. So, hey, or Tom Daniel, that should be. This is September 26th, 2026, and it's at the Charles Mack Center this is really downtown Mooresville, and this is a great facility, man. We really enjoyed the facility as well as the show, packed with vendors. It was just a really good show at that location. There's your contact information, or just head over to the Facebook page at Fast Tracks Hobbies at IPMS Race City. And for contact information on being a vendor, there's all that info as well. So, yeah, put that one on your calendar. Hopefully we'll see you there too. And this one stretches again into 2027. And this is the Hope It Don't Snow show, which we just covered back in January. But they've got their new flyer out for next year too. And their theme is 70s Muscle. So that's going to be a cool theme. And this is January the 16th, 2027. Same location as this past year. And Bud Moore, being from Spartanburg, there's a special award, the Bud Moore Memorial Award, every year. That's for a particular stock car. This year it was Darrell Waltrip. Next year it will be cars driven by James Hilton. And he had a lot of cars he drove over the years. So I look forward to seeing what everybody does in that category too. But cool stuff. All right, that is it on the flyers for right now, guys. And like I said, there were a few there that I didn't remember. But let's get over to the stash. Shortly after we arrived, Amanda was approached by our buddy Dean, and Dean had given her a gift and me a gift, and I got to share this with you. Check that out. Y'all know I got coffee mugs like crazy, as well as T-shirts, hats. I just love this stuff. I need a bigger room to put all of it in, though. But this is the STP 20th anniversary Petty, and I love this. I use these things. Y'all see me holding them up in videos all the time. Different ones, and whatever is not clean. I don't know where I'm going to start putting these things in the kitchen. I have some on display in the shop here, and some I use every day. But is that not cool? This is definitely a display here. But the 20th anniversary of STP with Petty. Dean, thank you so much. And the other gift that he gave Amanda, I'm going to let her share that with you when she gets back on her truck, because it's special. It's kind of fun too, so I'll let her share that with you. Then Doug Lambert came up, and he knows, and some of y'all know, I collect police patches, being a retired popo myself, and I did not have so many of these. Raleigh, and even though my brother Scott worked for the Wake County Sheriff's Office, I never got a patch. Well, now I can't say that, so there you go. So I have a Raleigh, and Wake County is the county that Raleigh is in, and Butler Public Safety, Police and Fire in Butler, North Carolina. City of Cameron Police, Missouri. And even though I went to school in Missouri, I don't know where that is right off. I know it's in the upper west, but anyway, NYPD and the fire department. Now, the fire department patch I did not have. I had one of the NYPD, but I did not have one of the fire department patches. And these right here are very special because these are the stations from NYPD. Each of the station houses have their own, I'll get that one in a minute, their own patch. And these were from 9/11. And I think it was this Long Island. I think this was the one. And I could have that wrong. I know it was one of these three, but one of the stations that lost every single man but one who happened to have a doctor's appointment that day. But every single man to the station. And guys, we need never forget 9/11. That is for sure. But I did not realize that every station house, every engine had an individual patch. So I think these are very, very special. And again, Doug, thank you so much for these. And then this one, I believe it was his brother that's a chief with this fire department. I'm hoping I've got that right. I talked to so many people, did so much stuff. I'm confused. At my age, I'm confused about my own name sometimes. But Doug, brother, thank you so much. These will go in my collection. I need to get some more shadow boxes to get these things put up in. And next up, our buddy K-Dog, and I'll give him a quick shout out too here. If you are not familiar with K-Dog's Model Car Doghouse on YouTube, you need to head over and check out K-Dog. Got a new t-shirt, so you'll be seeing me wearing this one on videos coming up too. But it's a fun channel, a great channel. K-Dog's a great guy. I've known him for over 30 years now. An absolutely great modeler, and somebody that supports the model. He also was the owner of Bandit Resins. You've seen me do a lot of using a lot of his resins, tires, 3D printed stuff too. But great stuff. Head over and check out K-Dog's Model Car Doghouse. It's a fun channel. And Wall to Wall Hobbies, Jeff stopped there and picked up a couple things. Check these out, guys. This is the small block Pro Stock headers. These are just cool. I mean, look at that. And also a set of the Pro Stock big block, really, but the 4-in-1 equal length. Now look at those. Is that not just a good looking header to begin with? And I also have the other two things that are on order that are coming from Jeff are from Wall to Wall Hobby. Can't wait to show those with you when they get here. It's going to be some cool stuff. And then I stopped and saw Mark at Ace Decals, and I actually had him hold me a set of these at NNL East, and when I got back around there, a lot of the vendors were already packing up and leaving, so that was my bad. But I knew I'd see him here, and he stayed really busy all day too. But these decals are not just for this car. This is the Herschel McGriff car, but you had Joe Milliken that drove this car, and these decals are for a variety of those Petty Enterprise cars. This one I've always thought was unique because it was a darker blue instead of petty blue with a gold 04, and this is Almost Heaven, West Virginia. This was for the West Virginia Tourism sponsorship. And Joe Milliken drove the 04 when it was an all-red car, and there's just different paint schemes that you can look up on this, and different sponsors like the Hayes Jewelers, all kinds of stuff. And you also have on here, if you remember let me get these out here a second. If you remember on one of the Petty Enterprise cars, the front fender had this eagle. I'm hoping you can see that. Well, get that out of the way. Let's see if I can see it a little better that way. That eagle right there, they tried to get STP to go along with that for the 1976 for the bicentennial, but didn't work out. But they did use these on one of Joe Milliken's cars. So, cool. So they did get to use it on a race car, and actually that car actually won the race at Daytona. I think it was a ARCA or whatever the race was. I think it was the July ARCA race. But great looking set of decals, and I do have something in mind for this down the road. And last but not least, and yes, I said last, can you believe it? I got out of there with, but I didn't need a whole lot, guys. When you've been in this hobby as long as many of us have, you have so much stuff. Ask Amanda. But the one thing I needed for my theme for Atlanta, the Mustang Sally, one of them I changed up, and I needed one of these. And I went through that place at least 3 times, looked at everything, some of it while I was filming, and I got to admit, sometimes when you're focused on this camera and you're looking through the lens, you're not seeing everything. So I tried to do a walkthrough about twice and just look for this particular car. This is the Shelby GT350R, and I wanted it in 1/24th scale. I'll explain that in a minute. But this was the particular car that I wanted to convert to my Mustang Sally. Convert it to a street car from a race car, and that's what that 350R means, is race version. And I thought of all the places I would find it would be there, and I knew what the price was on eBay. And I went through, I walked by it at least 3 times, probably more than that. Never saw it. And my brother Dean, thank you again, Dean, walked over and said, "Hey, did you find that Mustang?" I said, "Nah, I've looked everywhere. Nobody's got it." I even talked to a lot of the vendors, and no, nobody had it. He said, "Well, yeah, there's one over here." I said, "No, surely not." And he walked right over there, and there it was. So, Dean, and I even gave him a hug and told him, "You don't know how much that saved me." But I appreciate you, brother. But I got it, and I'm tickled to death, because this is going to be converted over to Mustang Sally. I've already got Matthew at MCV Products working on an engine for it. I think I'm going to put a Dark Horse engine in it, and it's got to be rescaled a little bit to 1/24th scale, along with some other little goodies I'm going to do for Mustang Sally. And I've got to finish doing, I'm making the figure Mustang Sally herself into a redhead, and what I've got, the hair's not quite red enough yet, so I'm still tinkering with that a little bit, working on it. But that's it, guys, for this go round anyway. I got other stuff on the wish list, like I said, that I couldn't find. That's okay. I knew it was a shot in the dark, and some of that stuff was kind of rare, and sometimes you get lucky and stumble on them. Well, guys, that's it for this one. Hope y'all have an awesome week. Got a video. Amanda has done a little bit to her truck, and I don't have enough video to really do a video yet, but I think she's going to try to work on that tonight or tomorrow night a little bit too. And I am working on the Camaro just a tiny bit, not a lot, but deadline's coming up, so I got to get on that. Okay, guys, y'all have an awesome week. Remember, Jesus loves you. So does Hobby Dude. Later, guys.